Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Anime Mega Reviews, and this week I got the spoilers on deck for Black Clover Chapter 275. And let me just tell y'all, these things were fire. And what I mean by fire, I mean like I'm so hyped up right now that it's 4 a.m. where I'm at, and I still ain't calmed down. So let's get right into it. So for this week's spoilers, it's something that's really interesting is that Noct, he's actually going to explain the layout of at what point, and I guess where the Dark Triad is really going to be. And that's just pretty awesome because I expected the Dark Triad to be like in several different places, but it's kind of cramped. Like I saw these rooms and I was like, dead going, like they're really about to have a long drawn out battle in these small little rooms. And I'm really trying to figure out like who does that benefit the most out of anybody. And it's kind of weird to see this because usually with Yuki Tabata, with the Dark Triad, we got these big, huge landscapes. At first, we saw it with Vonica versus Lopatrika. There's this huge battle. We saw it with Dante versus Austin, and eventually with Yami, we had this huge landscape and like forest. And right now, they're like in this castle. So I don't know, is that really a good thing just for, the fighting aesthetics is what I really want to say. Like, I don't know. But eventually, I think that they're probably going to have to take it outside because their castle's pretty big, but I was looking at that. I was like, come on now, really? Like we saw what the Magic Knight Caps can do, especially, I believe it was in Black Clover, the anime episode. I think it was like 153. We saw the landscape and everything that was going to go down with the captain's power. So who knows what's going to be like in this week's chapter or especially like in the future manga chapters. But the other panel that I really want to talk about is, of course, it gets right back to the fight between MEREOLEONA and the demon. And let me just tell y'all, this art looks amazing. Yuki Tabata is really doing his thing right now. But pretty much in that last panel, we see that the creature had recovered from the punch that MEREOLEONA pretty much threw at it last week in Black Clover Chapter 274, which I'm not exactly too surprised at. I mean, if you guys just think about this, when Lumiere had fought Demon Lit, Lumiere was bringing everything of that creature. I mean, just the sword out of the sky, had to use a whole bunch of spells, had to use the magic tool just to try to save the Clover Kingdom. I mean, this man had to go not necessarily all out. Well, I think he did go all out. He eventually died just to defeat that creature. And so I think that MEREOLEONA, I think she's going to have to be pushed to the limits just a little bit. And let me just tell you, I'm not going to spoil it just yet, but she definitely really did go past her limits. And it's pretty awesome just to see this. I mean, everyone's getting new forms. I'm just going to say that before I really get into it. But anyway, we got Noct. I guess he's talking about the fight between the beast or the demon and MEREOLEONA. And maybe, I guess some of the captains, they're worried about it because they sense the negative mana on the other side of the castle. And they're like, yo, can she really handle all of this? And I assume that, Noct, he's just letting them know, like, look, y'all, just calm down. This is MEREOLEONA. I think she got this handled. Now, the other thing is that I do want to see MEREOLEONA fight Vonica eventually. Like, I do want MEREOLEONA to get in on the action, but I think that she's the perfect candidate to fight off the demon. I mean, she loves violence. She loves the mayhem. I mean, she wants all the smoke. And so this is something for her to do. I hope that she does wrap it up with the creature because I do, I want to see her fight a Dark Triad member. But my guess is definitely going to be Vonica. I can't see her really fighting anybody else. I think that her and Vonica will actually get along, so it'll be pretty cool to see. And that is when we get like the biggest reveal is that our girl MEREOLEONA, she been working on her craft. She been in the lab. She got a brand new form. I'm not really sure what to call this. Like, I'm not necessarily, too good on the translation, so I have to wait until the fan translation comes out. Because some people, like, I've seen them try to, like, the screenshot and they'll write in what the character is saying, but that's not what I'm doing right now. That's not, what I specialize in. I just do the reviews. However, my guess is, of course, it's a new transformation. Maybe she figured out a way to suck all of the mana into her body to have this new form. I assume that she's more explosive, no pun intended, but she really giving this creature everything that she got. I mean, just look at this right here. I gotta say, this was kind of weird when I first saw this panel because I was looking at it, I'm like, yo, why does it look like she naked? Like, is Yuki Tabata drawing nipples out here? But nah, that's just like the buttons on her jacket. I'm like, dang, Yuki, you going like that? Like, gee whiz, did she take off her clothes to fight this demon? Like, what's going on? But anyway, I love the action in this panel, man. Yuki is really going all out, and I can't just wait to see what else he's going to bring out the bag. Because Black Clover right now, I believe that the two recent volumes have been doing pretty good. I think they're second overall Shonen Jump for this week or the past few weeks. And it's just, man, Yuki Tabata, he's doing his thing. But also this creature, I mean, don't get me wrong, MEREOLEONA, like, she's putting in work, but the creature is, for all intents and purposes, a punching bag and taking everything that she is throwing at it. I mean, this is a demon. And I do want to say, like, I wonder what human this demon was. I had a theory, and I know I spoke about this probably like 2 times before. I think I had like 2 videos where I talked about this, that I think it's one of Yuno's parents, possibly his mother or his father, because I assumed that it was a mage that had to use this forbidden spell in order to transform into this huge creature, because this creature seems to be pretty strong if it's taking all these hits by MEREOLEONA. But the only thing that I kind of question with these spoilers is that I'm really trying to figure this out, right? Because I trust that Yuki Tabata, he's an awesome writer. Like, not gonna ever say that he's a bad writer. But the one thing that I'm very curious about right now is how he's going to orchestrate all these fights at once. Because you got the MEREOLEONA versus the demon, but yet in this panel right here, you got our Clover Kingdom captains confronting the Dark Triad. Like this is tough. Like, I just did not expect this so soon. Like, Yuki Tabata, I don't know, man. Things are going really, really fast, but that means that I think that the fact that he's going kind of fast with this is a sign that they're going to be able to open up at least maybe the first door or the second door to the underworld. Like, I just have a feeling, because I'm like, yo, he's showing the Dark Triad and they're facing off against the Clover Kingdom captains. Like, really, what's going to happen? We got Jack in the corner. I think he's going to fight against Dante. But yeah, we all know the Dark Triad is going to clap their cheeks. I'm sorry. Like, it's just a foregone conclusion that the Dark Triad is going to clap their cheeks, because first of all, the main hero, Asta, hasn't even arrived yet. So they already know they're going to take some L's off of that. Also, at the same time, Noelle and then those Black Bulls that were in the Heart Kingdom, they haven't got there at all to use their ultimate magic. We already know that Noelle has this vendetta against Vonica. So I just have a feeling that the captains, my prediction is just the captains are definitely going to lose. They're going to lose outright, and I think they're going to lose pretty badly, because none of them actually faced off against the Dark Triad before except for Yuno. So Yuno already know what's good, but Yuno faced off against a Xenon that was at 50%, not at 80. Is Xenon automatically going to go 50%? And then I think that he already knows what language is going to bring to the table. So I think that our Clover Kingdom captains, they're going to be in for a very extremely rude awakening. But anyway, that does it for me tonight, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review. And if you did, make sure you smash the subscribe button for me. Also, give the like button some love as well. You know, just pet it just a little bit, y'all. And also comment down below and tell me what you guys loved about this video. There's so much to talk about. I just can't wait to really get into it. And as always, make sure you guys stay safe out there and have an amazing day.